Hello and welcome to Wednesday's Take 5.
Hello.
We are in John, the Gospel of John.
Yes, we are indeed.
And today we've got as far as chapter 4, which has a very well-known story about Jesus and the Samaritan woman, and then the Samaritans who come out to meet him, all of that. But we're not actually going to focus on that today.
No, we might surprise you a little because we're going to talk about something else today.
And also, we're not on location either, are we?
Well, it was too windy. We were tempted to go out, but it's blowing a hoolie.
It's blowing a gale.
So we're inside.
So we're back inside. You've got our lounge again today. And we're going to look at the last episode in chapter 4, which is where Jesus heals this official son. And John records it again. You remember we talked about signs. I think it was yesterday, or was it? Yes, it was yesterday. No, day before yesterday. Monday.
It was Monday.
That was the one. Was it Monday?
It was.
Okay. We talked about signs, and that John has 7 in his gospel. Well, this is the second one that he tells us about. So we're looking at something that is pointing towards Jesus being the Son of God, Jesus' divine nature. And so we have this this story, this event where this John describes him as a royal official, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. A certain official.
Yeah.
Jesus calls him.
And so he's probably, in fact, most likely Jewish, and he's in desperate measures.
Yeah.
I mean, it says that his son is very, very poorly. Yeah. In fact, about to die.
Yeah, got a fever and he's close to death.
Yeah. And so this father is desperate, as any father would be. And I imagine, being a royal official, he's pretty well acquainted with all the top people. He's got a bit of money, so he could have been to any old doctor, any good doctor rather, of the time. So he's tried pretty much everything, I reckon. And so in desperation, he's heard Jesus is in the area. Yeah. And he sets off on a walk. We don't quite know how far it is, Cana to Capernaum. But nevertheless, he's journeying. And he's gone himself. He hasn't sent someone, which I suppose he could have done.
Yes.
And he's gone himself.
Yes, and he's sort of running the risk that whilst he's away, his son will die and he won't be there. So that shows, I think, how desperate he is to actually leave his son.
True.
And to go and find him, that sort of really sort of highlights how he's feeling, how desperate he's feeling.
And then he finds Jesus.
He does.
And he says
but
to
you
him...
can imagine him searching for him though, can't you?
Yeah, going from
asking
town
everybody
to town,
he can
to
find,
village.
have you seen Jesus? Do you know, you can just almost sense that, the desperate need he has.
Yeah. And he gets to him, and obviously he says, will you come and heal my son? He says, sir, come down to Capernaum before my child dies. And he's expecting and wanting Jesus to come to the place where his son is sick. And it's really interesting, isn't it, that Jesus doesn't actually do that.
No, because before he says that, Jesus says to him, unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never believe. Which does almost sound a little bit harsh. Yes, that's the word I'm going to use. Yes, it does sound a little bit harsh.
But you have to remember, this is a Jew.
Yes.
And a well connected Jew, and so he would have known the scriptures. Yeah. He'd have heard them read Sunday after Sabbath after Sabbath in the synagogue, and for those scriptures point to Jesus being the Messiah, or a Messiah who will come.
Yes, and he's alluding to the fact that they're not getting it.
Yeah.
They're not recognising him.
And so they need the signs.
Yes, they do.
And it's about to happen for this man. And so Jesus doesn't go with him. But he does say, go, your son will live. And carries on his day. Now, the man's response is really interesting because he takes Jesus at his word.
Yeah, and he goes.
I mean, there is a huge element of trust there. He must have been utterly convinced that Jesus could do what he said he could do. Utterly convinced to trust him that much. And I think that's today's takeaway for us, isn't it?
Yeah, but and one little thing though.
Go on.
Because it's almost like, for Jesus, perhaps the most important thing here is not necessarily the little boy who's poorly, who he knows he can heal with just one word. He knows he can do that, but the most important thing is probably the belief of the man. because that's his choice. That's his free will. God gives us free will to decide if we're going to believe that. So through this whole household was saved. I think that's what it says.
The whole household.
Yeah.
And that's, a great, an amazing outcome from this second sign that John records. So, like I was saying, the take home today, are we going to take Jesus at his word? Whatever he's said to us, whatever he's doing in our life, whatever promise he's made to us, are we going to take him at his word just like this man did? Let's do that today. Let's take hold, believe, and act upon it. So have a great day, and we will pick up again tomorrow in chapter 5.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye for now.
Bye.